Okay, so it's time for another recent pickups. Uh, this is going to encompass uh, probably stuff from like the last month or so, worth of stuff. Probably the last like month and a half worth of stuff. So let's get started. So let's do the PS1 games. I may have shown this off previously. I don't think I have. Monsters Inc. Scream Team. Finally found a copy of it. Really cool to finally buy this game. This is a nostalgic game, one that both me and Ram have nostalgia for. I used to own a copy of this, so it's cool to finally buy it. And that was, yeah, like it said, 15. But then the $1 bin, I found Army Men World War Team Assault. So, looks pretty cool. I've only played Army Men Sarge's Heroes 1 on my N64 a while back, and a tiny bit of 2. I played 2 multiplayer on the N64 a while back. I've never played any of the other ones, so let's hope that that's good. This one kind of caught me by surprise when I actually read it further. So foxkids.com, kind of a strange, why .com, Micromaniacs Racing. So I have never heard of this. Apparently foxkids.com. So was it, normally they just say Fox Kids, but it says foxkids.com. So is this maybe like a web browser thing, and they actually made it into a PS1 game? The thing that threw me off is that when I first read it, I thought it said Micro Machines Racing, which would make more sense. Only until after I got home that it's like, oh, Micromaniacs, okay. So yeah, I've never heard of that. Hopefully it's good. We got some 360 games. Ghostbusters, the video game. Really cool to finally have this. This is a really neat game. King William, if you're watching, I think you would adore this game. If you don't already have it. If you don't already have it, pick it up. It came out on 360, Wii, PS2, PS3, and recently, well, fairly recently, 2018, it got a remaster on Xbox One, PS4, and Switch. Pick it up. It's awesome. It's all the original voice actors come back. I think this was the last thing. I forgot his voice actor. The last thing he did, either the last thing he did or the last Ghostbusters related thing he did before his passing. So really, really fun. It's a really cool third-person shooter type game. Lots of fun. Lego Jurassic World. If you know, I did a Let's Play of this on the PS4, but that was a digital copy. Now I finally have a physical copy, and this is still a good version. I have some nostalgia with it. This was a copy of the game that originally my 360 copy a friend gave to me, so I do have some nostalgia for it. Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. I haven't tried this one out yet, but, I haven't tried out the first Viva Pinata. Something kind of neat, though. Every weekend on 4Kids TV. So, back when 4Kids was a thing, and back when Viva Pinata had a TV show. It was a very, if you don't remember that, very, very short. I think it only lasted, like, half a season or something. Very, very short. Not a lot of kids were really interested in Viva Pinata. It's fair enough. It's a kind of strange game. And then finally, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. So, there we go. Pretty cool. We got 2 DS games. Namco Museum DS, pretty cool. Really cool to finally have this game back. I had it once. It's not like, the greatest thing ever made, but it's a fun little collection of Namco games you can play on the go. So, pretty neat. And Animal Crossing Wild World. Lots of fun to finally have this game back again. This was a game that did I get it from a friend? I either bought it at a garage sale or got it from a friend, but it's pretty cool to finally have this game back. Actually, Jabmaster Fun Fact. It was from a garage sale. I bought this from a garage sale, And and whenever I first traded the game in, whenever I first traded it in, my last copy of it, which this was like, 5 or so, or probably like 6 years ago, you know what I bought with it? Persona 5. Not this version. I originally, this would have had to have been 2017. In 2017, I sold Wild World, my original copy, to get the PS3 copy of Persona 5. So you know what? This is one of those times where I'm actually really glad I sold it originally, because I wouldn't have gotten into Persona 5 nearly as early if I did not sell it. So, hey, good stuff happened from that. But I got it back now, and I'm glad I did. It's fun. Fun game. One 3DS game, Pokemon Moon. Pretty cool to finally have this. This game was $35, and the next time I went to GameStop, I said, you know what, I want to buy Omega Ruby. And I went up there, I said I want it, and they said, it's $55, and I said, no. It's kind of insane how this is only $35, but Omega Ruby, a game that came out earlier, is $55, so I just passed on that one. But this game's pretty cool. Gotta get around to playing it. We got 2 Wii games. Mario Power Tennis, new Play Control. This one, $25. I don't know if it was worth the money. I feel like the GameCube version is the one that I should have just waited and got, but I have this one now. It's a fine version, but the motion controls are kind of iffy and, make the game a little less fun. This one was really cool to find. Mario Party 9. So this was awesome to finally get my hands on. Again, Jam Master Trivia. This was a game that a friend gave to me years and years and years ago. He gave it to me for free, and like a complete jerk, I sold it. And it gave me like $30. Because if you don't know, this game's like $70 normally. So I went to Vintage Stock, and they had it here, and it originally said $80. But because it came in one of these GameStop boxes, they were selling it for $35, and I said, you know what, I need to pick that up. So this was a really awesome find. $35 for Mario Party 9. A really fun Mario Party game for only $35. A game that's normally $70. A game that I could trade back to GameStop and get around the same price, maybe even higher if I wanted to sell it. So pretty darn good. Not higher, but around the same price. So pretty awesome on that one. We got one PS5 game. Persona 3 Reload. Of course I got this. Me being a massive Persona fan, of course I got Persona 3 Reload. And me being, well, I still haven't played it yet. I've got other games that I've been working on. I'll get around to Persona 3 Reload. One cool thing, it came with a little pre-order bonus. There you go. I think it's, is it Makoto? I think is the name. I think it is. Little standy thing. So pretty neat. I put it on a shelf. Looks nice. We have one Genesis game. Bonanza Brothers. This was a lot of fun to actually find for a decent price, $15. Not too bad. I love Bonanza Brothers. Insanely challenging, really, really challenging, but a lot of fun. And then the theme song's so catchy, so catchy. I find myself walking around and just randomly humming it. It's so catchy. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's just super catchy, super fun. Glad to finally have it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. If you don't already know, I own this on Dreamcast. But, man, I was just begging for that Nintendo 64 experience. It's not the best version of the game, of course. The Dreamcast version is the best version of the game. But, man, there's something about playing it on the N64, having those 1 minute long loops, and they all sound really fuzzy because you're trying to, stuff it into an N64 cartridge, and the graphics aren't that great, but you're playing with that controller, and it's an experience that no other version of the game has been able to replicate. Because the PS1 version has full songs, and the graphics are more crisp, so, there goes that. And the Dreamcast version has full songs, and the graphics are really nice for the time, so there goes that. but the N64 version, it's all on its own. We got 3 PS2 games. Monsters, Inc. When I saw this game on the store shelf, I pretty much had to buy it. This was one of those really strange PS2 games. It was developed by Sony, just like with Scream Team, and very, very odd. Completely different from the PS1 game. Very odd. Interesting game, though. Funny little thing, they also had Stitch Experiment 626. They also had that, and I feel like it was the same person that traded in. But I passed on that. I did the live stream. It ran well emulated, and I didn't really care for it that much during the live stream, so I passed on that one. Flushed Away. It was about time I eventually bought this again. This was a game that I had on my original PS2, and I loved it. Okay, I didn't love it, but it was good, and I have a lot of good memories with it. I have more good memories than the game is actually fun. But it was fun to finally pick that up again. And Ratatouille, the last PS2 game. Not the best version of the game by far. I used to have the Wii version, and I love the Wii version. And then I sold it when I bought the PS5 because the game emulates well. And this is not my preferred version, but I have never seen the GameCube, Xbox, or Wii versions out in the wild. So when I saw this, I'm like, okay, I have to pick this up because I really, really do enjoy this game. We got something else that's kind of neat. This Super Nintendo storage shelf thingy. So pretty cool. I'm meaning to find a way to store my copy of the Flintstones, the perfect game, the Flintstones, based off the movie with John Goodman. No, but in all seriousness, I've been meaning to find a way to properly store Super Nintendo games. So I found this, and this is pretty cool. Stuff like, the Nintendo 64 and Genesis games, I have specific, drawers for. I put them in drawers. But I don't have a drawer for Super Nintendo games, and I saw this on Amazon, and I said, you know what, I'll pick that up, and it's really nice. Holds 10 games. I don't have 10 games. It'll probably be a while till I get any more, so there you go. Pretty cool. We got the last LEGO Dimension thing. This will be the last LEGO Dimension thing I buy ever. I'm pretty much done. The addiction of buying LEGO Dimension stuff has faded. We got Knight Rider. And I don't know really anything about Knight Rider, but I mainly got it because of the character's ability. I don't have a single character that has the stealth, or not the stealth, but the search ability. I don't have a character that does that, and I also don't have a character that can shoot gun points, like pinpoint gun points. I don't have a character that can do that either, so I went ahead and picked up Knight Rider. So there you go. We got 2 more Disney Infinity things. Again, the last Disney Infinity things I will be buying because, again, the addiction has faded. So we've got Star Wars The Force Awakens playset. This one was really cheap, so it wasn't that bad of a buy. And Nemo to go with the Finding Dory playset I have. So there you go. Not a lot of DVDs this time. Only 4. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Pretty cool. I actually already had a loose copy of this, but going alphabetically, I was gearing up to watch Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. No, Deathly Hallows. No, Order of the Phoenix, because I did not go alphabetically there. I did go alphabetically in terms of Harry Potter, like in terms of getting to Harry Potter, but I actually didn't go alphabetically because, you'd be watching Deathly Hallows Part 2 first and then watch Order of the Phoenix, which, doesn't correlate. Anyway, point is, I was watching the physical DVDs, and I only had a loose copy of Chamber of Secrets, and I said, you know what, it's $1. Let me go ahead and pick it up so that I can include this as part of the Harry Potter experience. So, pretty cool. SpongeBob SquarePants, the complete first season, disc 3, it was 50 cents. this is pretty cool. I love these classic SpongeBob DVDs. The way they're, they use a lot of green and yellow, and it kind of meshes well. It meshes really well. The green mixed with the yellow meshes surprisingly well, and it kind of stinks that newer SpongeBob stuff has just stuck to yellow and not done green. Like I have this other DVD here, this other SpongeBob one, Sponge for Hire, and kind of the mesh of like this sort of light blue or kind of a turquoise mixing with the yellow and sometimes green. Actually, it's just really appealing, and it's also really nostalgic because only early SpongeBob stuff used this color palette from like season 3 onward. They just stopped using this color palette and just started using mostly yellows. And this has a good amount of episodes. Good episodes. Arg is a good one. Arg is actually a really good one. It has, honestly, it has one of the most quotable SpongeBob jokes. Quotable in the sense that my family really finds it funny, and I constantly keep thinking about it. And that's the Patrick, you're fired, but I don't work here. You want a job starting now? Boy, would I! You're fired. I tend to not quote it a ton, but it pops up in my head a lot. It pops up even more often than the you cooked the food, the customer orders the food, you cook the food, and the customer gets the food. We do that for 40 years, and then we die. It actually comes up more often than that, which you'd think otherwise, because I find that joke hilarious. So that's a good episode. Rock Bottom, of course, that's a great episode. Hooky, Fools in April, Neptune Spatula. So it's actually a pretty good variety of episodes. I know it's only disc 3, but it gets you some good episodes. Then the rest are loose. We finally have Wreck-It Ralph. It's 50 cents. Finally have this game. Or this movie, I mean. I've been trying to get this movie for ages. Finally have it. I love Wreck-It Ralph. Love it. And the last one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Enter Shredder. So this is the 2012 series. Debatably the best TMNT series. I haven't seen a whole lot of it, but from what I've seen, I really do enjoy. So it's really cool to finally have that. 2 PS3 games. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm on the PS3. So there's that. I haven't seen a lot of Naruto, but in my quest to buy physical copies of digital games, I do own this digitally on Switch, so now I have a physical copy. Pretty cool. And Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix. So, got this one again. I have Kingdom Hearts 1. I do not have Chain of Memories, but I do have 1 on PS2. And I've been really kind of wanting to get Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep, and I thought, you know what, this is a chance. I'll go ahead and pick it up. $16 is quite a lot of money for it. I remember paying $10 when I originally bought it, but oh well, I got Kingdom Hearts 2, so there you go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 Switch games. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, bought that brand new. Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, finally have this back. This game's fantastic. Genuinely, probably one of my favorite Lego games. Really great game. Mario Party Superstars, finally have this game. This game's been on my bucket list for probably like ever since it released. It's been on my bucket list, so I finally have it. Lots of good fun there. Super Mario RPG, finally bought it again. This was one that that when it came out, I foolishly passed up the chance to buy it, and ever since then I've been regretting it. So I finally have it. And then these two were actually just cheap, and it was like a bundle, it was on sale, and I was like, shoot, you know what? It looks kind of fun. So we got Cotton Reboot and Cotton Fantasy. It was in a dual pack for $25 in total, and I said, you know what? That's not too bad. So these are cute 'em ups. One's a reboot, and one is, I think, a new game in the series. I think Cotton Fantasy is a brand new game in the series. Looks like fun. And, you know, for 25 bucks for 2 games, you can't pass that up. And then the last thing, I know this video is getting kind of long, but the last thing is probably my favorite. So you know what? I have gotten addicted to cassette tapes. I have this this old boombox passed down from my father, and I love it. I love the thing, and it has a cassette player, and I've only got 2 cassettes for it. I've got Steve Perry, Street Talk, and of course, Thriller, Michael Jackson. Gotta have that one. And I only have 2. And I've been meaning to get more, but they're really hard to come by. Old cassettes like that you just can't find them. You can't find them at like Vintage Stock. You know, Vintage Stock has a cassette shelf, but it's all, and honestly, in my opinion, it's all terrible cassettes. It's a lot of, you know, country music, Christian music. I mean, you know, I live in a city that is mostly filled with, you know, Christians and country music lovers. I mean, I live in Oklahoma. Of course, it's going to be there. So, you know, that's what a lot of fills that up. You don't find good stuff, and it's really hard to come by. But I love them. I love cassettes. They're so cool. So I said, you know what? Let me look on Amazon. And you know what? 3 cassettes came up. I only bought 2 of them because I don't really like the second one. But 3 cassettes came up. And that was Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Mix Volume 1 and Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Mix Volume 3. Apparently they released all 3 of these on cassette, and they were all on Amazon, and I picked up 2. I didn't pick up the Awesome Mix Volume 2, because the track listing wasn't that great to me, but these 2, really, really cool, and they sound awesome, and I can play them on my boombox. Got Hooked on a Feeling, yeah, I Want You Back, Cherry Bomb, Escape, Ain't No Mountain High, Creep, the acoustic version, Crazy on You, In the Meantime, let's see, Come and Get Your Love, good stuff, really, really good stuff. So, this is really cool to find, and I will be getting more. In a future update video on Limited Run Games, I went ahead and pre-ordered the Rocket Knight Adventures cassette and the TMNT Hyperstone Heist cassette, so it'd be really cool to finally get those. So, that's it for the recent pickups. Recent as in, you know, a month and a half ago. I just been delaying the inevitable with this recent pickups video. But here it is. Here's all of them. Quite a long video, I know. But I probably won't be doing another one for a while, because I don't buy as much stuff nowadays. So there you go.